And we are live. What's up, everybody? I'm Jay from Leprechaun TV and your host of the Hot Seat, where we light the fire underneath our guest seat and ask them the hard-hitting questions and put them on the spot. Uh, welcome everybody in the chat. Welcome, Bearded Chef Guy. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. As you can see, where I'm at, Cleveland, Ohio, the sun set already. That means summer's over. But hey, we'll move the show indoors later. But I'm still enjoying. Actually, I could sit out here and not sweat a pond around me. But I'm sure from your part, you're used to that. So for everybody that's over in the chat, why don't you give them something about yourself, where you're from, um, maybe what do you do for a living, and how are you on social media?
Yeah. So I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas, so Central Arkansas. Like I said, we're starting to lose daylight too at the end of the evening here. I manage a general manager for a tractor dealership here in Central Arkansas. So uh, that's my day job. But I'm on Facebook and Instagram under Bearded Chef Guy. Been probably trying to have some kind of social following for a couple years now. Like most people, I think that kind of got into this during the pandemic. Didn't have a lot to do, and more time at home, and kind of where I am now. So
Yeah, definitely happened over the pandemic for sure.
yeah, I think that for a lot of people that happened.
But
So
I'm sure you were creating great food prior to, but now you put a camera behind it, and then you learn the angles, you learn the lighting, and
yeah,
then
you
you
can
go,
like
then you start adding stuff and making it over the top,
yeah,
you know.
back at like some of the first photos, and they're not that appealing. And so you learn little tricks, and like you said, lighting, and you start learning more about that, and camera angles, and you know,
Hmm.
sunlight versus artificial light and all that. So it's a lot goes into it, and you just you learn as you go, or you're picking up from what other people are doing, and that's what's great about some of the cooking community, I guess, online is that everybody's pretty free to let you ask questions and help you out and stuff. So
Hmm. I'm guessing you know this guy.
yeah, yeah,
Of course, of all nights,
yeah.
it,
That's very
dude,
appropriate.
it was in the arsenal. I just grabbed it, threw it on. I was like, oh, he's gonna like this one.
Free advertising.
Right. Oh, here's JV, JV's hangout. Lep Rocks, another Arkansasan. Is that how you say it?
That's
Arkansasans?
we've probably been called worse. So
Daddy Dutch barbecue in the house. Great guy. He's a Ohioan. He wants to be a Ohioan. He's an Iowan. Every time I say OH, he's like, no, you know, oh no, NO, OH, NO. I don't know, man. Do you get into the football, man?
oh yeah,
Football season just started, man.
yeah. I'm glad it's college football got started back last week, and I've been doing in the same fantasy football league and maybe 7 or 8 years now, and we've only had one guy that's not in it. Not an original member, but it's
Wow.
fun to get into and keep up with and all that. But I'm glad it's back. So
Yeah. You know, even though you start doing things on summer, you still miss that Sunday.
hmm
The Sunday, relax, maybe throw an appetizer out, even do a dinner, whatever.
yeah.
But it's always attached to football.
hmm Yeah, tailgate food is you can get pretty creative with that, and lots of different things you can do. And as the temperature and the weather changes, your food's going to change too. Because like right now, nobody's going to want to eat a big bowl of chili, but you get into late
Now,
October, November, then it's a different story. So
what's that chili consist of?
that's a secret recipe, man.
Okay.
Now, usually,
No, no. All right. Let me put you on the spot then. Beans or no beans?
Chili has beans in it.
All my Texas guys
Yeah.
their internet just broke, bro.
Yeah, it happens. Now, I usually, like some kind of ground beef or ground deer meat. I'll throw some Italian sausage in there. I make it different every time,
Speaking
but
of,
most of the stuff is great. Yeah.
to me, any other way is hot dog chili.
Yeah.
It's Coney, it's hot dog chili,
Yeah.
it's red sauce, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, man, you got to have some beans, man.
Yeah. And I like it when it's not runny. It's it's kind of thick, like that.
So once again, let everybody know where you're from.
Yeah,
You know,
Little
we
Rock,
got some
Arkansas.
newbies.
Yeah, Little Rock. Yeah, there's the guy.
Well,
Brian with Luxio Vacation got to have beans in it. He knows what's up.
That's my fellow Ohioan. So
Okay.
Brian is right. We were just speaking about him. His ears were probably ringing.
Yeah.
What's up, Mike? My brother, Mike McCourt, also known as Mike's Mess Hall, across the socials, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, has a Facebook page, and he's also the owner and operator of Blackstone Life, the biggest and best group out there. I don't know about you, Ben, but that's one place I could go and be where I could let my guard down. We're all going to be griddlers at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, there's not going to be no negativity. There's not going to be no dogging of somebody or saying this is how it should be. Like, we all come from different regions.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like,
what? You're all different. Like who you learn to cook from, and you pick up their style, and then, or if you just started on your own, you're kind of learning your own way through it. And we were talking about this a little bit before we went live, but you can have 10 people make 10 different things, the same thing, but it's not going to look the same. It's not going to taste the same, but that doesn't mean it's the wrong way to do it either.
Yeah, oh Lord's in the house.
What's up, Jess?
Yeah, Jess kills it, man. Slaying shit out there.
Yeah,
for sure. What's up, Darnell? But yeah, man, we got 19 million watching us right now.
Just a few.
It sounded good, man. It sounded good.
Anything on the internet's got to be true. So
right. You know what? My YouTube or my Facebook did not connect, I think. Oh, it is. It is working. So what I did was I shared us over. Lately, I've been sharing us over to Facebook because a lot of people are Facebook and Instagrammers that I have on the show. So it's like no brainer. Let me stream over there too, even though those views don't count. You know what I mean? That at the end of the day, it's not what it's about. It's the camaraderie, the family that we build. I know you're huge. You're popular, man. And one reason why I reached out, I'm like, man, I got to get this guy on here. What did it take us? About a month? Figure it out?
Yeah, about like that. Getting the schedule lined out and getting the timing right. So
right. And what's great about it is at the end of the day, we're all some kind of influencer,
Mm-hmm.
social media presence. You know, um, we're all going to connect and network together. This is my way of networking with you. Um, I appreciate you coming on the
Ah,
show.
thanks for having me.
You know, uh, I'm honored, man. I'm over here. I don't even know what to say, and I'm the host. I'm a little starstruck right now.
Well, that's the first time I've had anybody tell me that. So.
well, here's the reason why is because Blackstone Products puts out contests, and this guy season um, won Griddle Week. So that was 2021.
Yeah, it was been last year, so
Yeah, 2021.
2021. Won a the 36-inch model, which I already had one, so it turned out to be pretty nice. I took it down to deer camp, and that's what I got down there now. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's a man. It's a great company to get connected with, and they interact a lot with the people on social media that are tagging them and using their products and it just feels like they want to help everybody you know use their products and get the word out and help them be successful too. So seems like a so far I've enjoyed building a relationship with them.
Yeah. So 18, 19 was cool. I was tagging. 20, 21, I blew it through the roof. Now I'm working, so my socials kind of took a hit.
Yeah.
Um, so sitting here tagging 30 companies, 20 groups, hundreds of individuals. I lost track. Probably has hurt me, but at the same time, I'm gaining personal life.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of tossed on that. Um, I all I could say is, you know what I mean. Like you, I'm sure at some point you're a brand ambassador for Blackstone products, PS seasonings,
Hmm.
and uh, not Inkbird, but Thermopro.
Hmm.
Yes. So that's what we strive for in my world, your world,
Yeah.
our world, everybody over there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, those are all. I'm not going to try to represent anybody that I don't like their products or they don't work right or have a problem with them or anything. But I've put all those three to the test, so to speak. But it's Blackstone makes a good product. PS season, they've been around a while. All kinds of different seasons and sauces, and then ThermoPro. They have so many different products because not only cooking on the Blackstone, I cook on the got a pellet grill. Uh, now too, so it helps out a lot for that too. So, hey,
so
Jamie,
with all the
I don't have a YouTube channel. My Instagram is Bearded Chef Guy, and the same thing on Facebook.
so with that being said, with all of the brand ambassadors, is there any future of bearded chef guy on YouTube?
Man, I don't, I have a hard
Here-
time just
Here's
keeping
here's
up.
the thing. It's another outlet for
Yeah,
these ambassadors to give you
yeah,
more oomph. You know what I mean?
yeah. I don't know that my life right now. It's all I can do to handle Facebook and Instagram. Because I just don't have the time to edit videos and do things like that. I got a 6-year-old, so that keeps you pretty busy just in itself
No.
there. But
Hey,
not
I
worried.
just hey, you said 6 years old. I'm like, do I have one of those?
Yeah,
Because I done lost track of it.
yeah. It just right
On
now
your
just
toes.
for time. I think just trying to get the those two. where I want them is all I can handle right now.
Right.
And
Uh,
some people do better
hey,
at one versus the other anyway.
right. Hey, you got to almost 2,000 followers on Instagram. That's great. I say keep that going because it's obviously something people are attracted to, and you have traction there. Just keep that Instagram growing. And what's awesome about Instagram is it automatically links to the Facebook now.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes it pretty easy. But it's like two different sets of followers. You know,
Hmm.
I'm not sure. I'm sure age has a lot to do with it. On the amount of your demographics on one versus the other. So
Yeah, baby. Yeah. I should throw the hashtag out there, bearded chef guy.
yeah,
So what's some things you love to make? You know what I mean? Like, give a background. All right, say you were going to start a YouTube channel, and it's just not pictures. What are you gonna show us? Uh, what can we throw the camera on you and we could watch live on that Blackstone griddle?
man. We were talking about making chili earlier. That's something I've just have grown up doing, and my mom would make it and all that. Or I've really gotten into the last few years. Making gumbo. That's fun. Lots of steps. Lots of watching it, making sure it's done right, and all that. But I'd say maybe one of those two would
Hmm.
probably be what I would start out with.
I all right. I already know where you're from, so I already know that chili is probably smacking.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
won. I've won three at the three contest held by a church. Won that 3 years in a row, and then I placed a couple other times with the same recipe. So it's always better the next day. After it kind of marinates
So is
together.
that the trick? Cook it the day before.
Maybe.
Man, come on, man.
Yeah, it definitely you gotta make it the day before if you can, because if
Right,
you
it's
think
too
about it sitting
watery. It's
overnight,
too watery and soupy.
well, it
Um,
just
hot.
no, it just tastes better. Everything just kind of you can simmer it all day long, and then not saying it'll taste bad, but that next day it's going to taste better.
It's this guy's birthday today, guys.
All right.
Hey, everybody, let's say hi and happy birthday to my dude Marshall, part of Sippy Poo. Um, it's a group on Facebook, uh, and it's about the veterans, uh, New Jersey people. So they're always doing pizza reviews and stuff. They're the ones that got me into doing pizza reviews.
Can't go wrong with some good pizza.
No, but we were talking about chili. Now, all right. Let's make a piece of pizza that you could dip in your chili. Put that slice of pizza right in the chili.
Man,
Screw garlic bread. Screw crackers. You
yeah.
know,
Man, I
slice
don't
of
know. You may
pizza.
have to put that on like a piece of cornbread instead of pizza dough and put it in there.
Well, that's your southern roots. My dad's from Bama. It's all about the cornbread.
Yeah, you got cornbread with chili or rice with chili. Those are good too. You know.
Oh, look at this guy. He getting love, man. See,
Happy
that's how we
birthday.
network that quick. You know what I mean? Um, I got people over here on Facebook. Here's the thing: is over here on Streamyard, I don't see a lot of the Facebook stuff. So I got to pull it up on my phone and watch that. You know what I mean? Maybe I should mount it right next to the other chat.
Yeah.
There it is. I'm gonna bring it off the laptop, and I'm gonna have me a
I'm
little.
glad me coming on, I can provide some innovation and inspiration there for you.
See, guys, Arkansas is not that bad.
Only in the summertime.
Hey, oh, JV, gotta have that cornbread
Yeah, so
for
he knows
sure.
what's up.
Uh, I did the Mexican pizza. It was pretty badass.
Yeah, I love Mexican pizza. It's
Oh
good.
man. Uh, all right. So, what do you use as the foundation? What do you use?
Uh,
Flour tortilla, corn tortilla.
for pizza, probably flour. That's what I use the most, and just get one and put like a light coating of oil on the griddle, and I probably flip it too much, but I like getting it just right. I don't like to burn it. I'll take it to almost to the point of burning, but not quite.
But all right, so I did it with the flour.
Yeah.
The bite through was different. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
when you go to Taco Bell, you got that airy, crispy,
Yeah.
crunchy, soft bite through on that. What is that?
It's probably something to do with the dough they're using and the temperature they're cooking it at. I bet they're probably like deep frying it where it,
I
kind of
that
puffs
that
up.
was my thing too. All right, so what would a flour tortilla, deep fry a flour tortilla? I had a feeling it was like Indian bread. If you ever had
Yeah.
fry
I
bread,
have.
so a real thin fry
Yeah.
bread is what it feels like.
Yeah. I didn't think about that because it's like the top of your, with your bubbles, your air pocket there, they are
Yeah,
a little thick, seem a little thicker than a tortilla. So
right,
you
right.
might be onto something there. Cracking code to Mexican pizza.
I gotta redo this.
You better write it down so you don't forget
Oh Jesus, I'm bad with the recipes. Mm,
Yeah, I try
all the
to
way.
keep a book, uh, to write down the ones I really want to make again. But then I go back and I can't really remember how much of that did I put in there. You know, but I guess as long as I got the ingredients down, maybe, and having an Instagram page helps too because you can go back and look at it. Look at the photos. So,
You can revisit.
yeah,
Yeah, man. So when I did it, I don't. We're probably around the same age. Um, our Mexican pizzas was black olives, green onions, tomato, enchilada sauce with the cheese.
yeah, and some shredded lettuce.
No, I don't remember shredded
It
lettuce.
seems like I remember mine having shredded lettuce on top, but I could be wrong.
Hmm. You're thinking of tostada.
Yeah,
So the
maybe so.
tostada was bean, beef, lettuce, tomato.
Yeah, you're right. The Mexican, yeah, it didn't have the lettuce. It has the sauce and the diced. Did it have diced tomatoes on top?
Yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep.
yeah. It's
So
been a little
Mexican
while.
pizza is
Can't go
that
from there yet.
fry bread, beans, fry bread, beef, cheese, enchilada, cheese, and it was tomato, black olives, green onion.
Yeah,
Now I'm talking 1988. You know what I mean?
taking me back.
Well, it's showing my age. This is my brother Brian from Cleveland Browns Doghouse, local guy, man. Always gives back to the APL. He rescued a dog, so now part of the Cleveland Browns tailgate thing that he does. He has a group. He has a following. He has this big ass bone. I mean, it's like 14 foot long, 3 feet wide. Like it's huge. I'm not just saying that, but yeah, man. Good things he's doing. Usually, I have him up on the back wall. He's headed to Carolina for our first game. Bunch of super fans and bunch of tailgaters. Bus loads are going down. We probably sold the place out just to watch Baker get his ass kicked.
Yeah, I'm not a big Baker Mayfield fan either. I didn't when he played college. I didn't much care for him either.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
look at who we got. We've got Racks up in the house. TikTok, man. I jumped on the bandwagon. I'm doing pretty decent with not really promoting over there, and it has nothing to do with food. I get more views on the other stuff, which is where the TV comes in with me. So it's not. That's why I didn't name myself some kind of cooking channel or barbecue channel. You know what I mean? I kind of kept it neutral with TV. Whatever you're going to see on cable TV is what you're going to catch with me. You know.
no, I'm not a Cowboys fan, JB.
Oh, JV. Because well, that's because man, I got lost here for a minute. We talking pizza toppings? I've got to have pineapple.
You did pineapple on
that's
pizza.
that's my Mona. She's from across the pond. It's probably like real early in the morning or maybe mid afternoon. Um, yeah, man. Barbecue pizza.
Yeah.
So on a barbecue pizza, are you adding pineapples or what?
No, I like making mine barbecue pizza deep dish in a cast iron skillet,
Uh huh.
and then using, of course, barbecue sauce instead of marinara sauce, pulled pork or brisket, pickled red onion, probably throw some jalapenos on there, some cheddar cheese, and then cook that on the smoker. So,
See, guys, he's a little south of us.
what are you putting on your barbecue pizza?
Honestly, it would not be deep dish. It would probably be thin, and it would be. I have to use thighs, and it would be pulled chicken.
Yeah,
So I would smoke it, and then I'd pull it, and then I'd put it on that thin pizza. Sort of probably it would probably turn out looking like some kind of flatbread or something.
hmm
You know, uh, I'm definitely putting. Um, I'm sorry, everybody, but I'm a Carolina Gold. So,
yeah, that's a good. I like that.
hey, even though Baker's, yeah, it has nothing to do with the Browns. I like Carolina Gold. Uh, that's my. I prefer that Gold over all the other barbecue sauces. But where I work, Jones Bones Barbecue, it's a good sauce. Don't
hmm
get me wrong. There's a lot of good sauce. I see you're good friends and probably some kind of behind the scenes talk with TD's Brew and Barbecue.
Yeah, yeah, he makes some excellent stuff. That southern mustard, man, that's some legit sauce right there.
Right. And I seen you use the cilantro.
Yeah,
What
the three chili
three?
cilantro. Yeah,
Yes.
that's good.
Um,
Man, that's you can put that on all kinds of stuff.
he's got a big menu.
hmm
You know.
Yeah, I tell you what, I really like getting from him were those smoked pickles he made.
So I was just gonna bring that up. Wow, mind read. Um, yesterday on social media, me and the boss man was like, I said, take that deviled egg, let's deep fry it. Takes it to another whole nother level. And he was like, hey, remember that barbecue pickled eggs that your dude did?
Yeah.
He seen it on the internet without me even telling him that I know Turo. You know what I mean? I'm like, uh, good ass dude, know him, New Mexico, all over the place, Texas, West Texas. Um, so we're gonna try something like that, and we're gonna do some kind of deep fried. What would you suggest as some kind of coating or batter?
For the egg,
Yeah, just the egg white. Now, mind you, it's just like a deviled egg. I'm gonna dump my yolk and I'm gonna deep fry the white.
yeah, man, I'd say probably some kind of panko crumb. They make that pork panko crumb. That'd probably be add a nice little flavor to it.
Like some pork rind.
Yeah, and pork rind would be good too. Yeah, I don't
See,
know if that would hold
I
up
was
to
thinking of
fries,
crunching up Doritos, chili
but
cheese. Remember Blackstone?
yeah, the chili
TJ
cheese,
Frazier had the chili
Frito
cheese
bandito. Yeah,
Frito, the Frito Bandito. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking too.
yeah, that'd be a
Um,
nice little flavor profile added to
I
it.
mean, you could mix everything. You mix cornflake, panko, Doritos. I mean,
Oh
it's
man, hot
just
Cheetos, that'd be good.
ooh, you know what I mean?
Right,
All
right
day,
color too.
all day. And look, B Wizzle shows up as we're talking about Carolina. Uh, and here, JV, our other dude, Blake TV, that these are the bandmates that they're in the same band and close to each other. Uh, the other one, not JV, but the other one likes Dallas, right?
Man, I can't do
That's
that.
who JV likes. Kansas City. Well, here's the thing: is Arkansas don't have no pro teams. I mean, you
Yeah,
could go all over the place.
yeah.
I mean, you could buy a jersey to every damn other team and show up like you were a super fan.
We have the ability to blend in well because you can pick right.
uh, hey, Paul writes lawns. My dude out east here. Go Bills. Yes, because I have Josh Allen in my fantasy league, and this guy has
Yeah,
Matthew Stafford.
yeah. Check right quick and see how I'm doing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I see Matthew Stafford moving. I see all kinds of stuff
Yeah,
going on in the background over here.
not doing too bad. Not
Oh,
too-
here's our other our Kansas, but he comes from Penis, Colorado. I don't know. Blake TV is the other bandmate.
Okay.
That's the one I said. Oh, now he wants to jump ship. No, don't work that way. But yeah, man, the Blackstone. Um, so what are you working with at home?
I've
What,
got
what do you got?
I got a 36-inch Blackstone, and then I've got a Rectech 700 pellet grill, and then I've just got a Camp Chef 2 burner propane deal that I'll cook, with my cast iron and stuff outside. But that's mainly what I'm using. We don't really cook inside hardly at all anymore, unless it's just something. Maybe the off night we're having a frozen pizza and throw it in the oven or something. But about everything, weather permitting, we cook it outside. So except when it gets, like this year, we had a pretty hot summer, and man, that just kind of takes the fun out of cooking outside because it's just miserable.
Uh, so I catch it at the restaurant. You know what I mean, where the smokers are at.
Yeah,
So by the time I make it home, and it's 80 plus degrees, there ain't no way I'm coming out here and cooking.
yeah. We got up to like 105 for 2 or 3 weeks in a row, plus the humidity, and it just that's kind of where like you're not even going outside mowing your yard, or you get home and then you just come in and turn the lights off because it's so hot.
Really? Hmm. But
You
that
know,
doesn't mean. But that doesn't mean his QB can't get that too.
yeah,
It's all
I'll
about
take
the
40 if
defense.
he gets
It's all
30.
about the defense,
Yeah.
man. We're fine together. Robert and Joe, what's happening, man? Um, yeah, it's So are you gonna enter to the Golden Spatula?
I am. We'll start that Friday night. I've kind of got it planned out for the weekend. I'm gonna try to knock two of them out this weekend, and then go from there. But
Okay.
I kind of started planning mine. I don't know, a couple months ago because I knew it was going to be coming up at some point, and
Hmm.
just trying to do some things that maybe a little bit different that you might not see cooked on a griddle. And trying to think outside the box a little more than I did last year. So.
To me, it's all about we eat with our eyes. It's all about the picture,
Yeah.
angles, lighting,
Mm-hmm.
background, stuff like that. Then your accuracy at nailing the written part of the
Yeah.
contest.
Yeah. I'd say
So not
probably.
only do you have to have good looking food, you got to have a written
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Yeah, and it's got to be something that people are going to want to remake and cook and enjoy it too.
Mhm.
It can't just be you throw something together and it looks fine, and then when you make it, it's like, well, this doesn't taste good at all.
Yeah. So you have roughly around 350 posts on Instagram. Out of all that, I mean, I scrolled and I scrolled and I'm like, there ain't a bad picture. You know what I mean? There ain't a bad looking food here. Hold on, I got a plane. Now that was loud, dude. Like
Y'all having a
it
nighttime air
honestly,
show?
well, yeah. That they left last weekend. It felt like I was all over again. But I live 5 minutes from the airport, so my bad, man.
No problem.
Apologize for that. Uh, but what was I saying? Blackstone.
About the pictures on my Instagram page, I
Oh
think.
yeah, yeah, man. I mean, we're only going to get better. You're going to buy better cameras. Uh, then you learn the angles, the lighting, picture box. You ever heard of a picture box?
Yeah, I have. I've messed around with some backgrounds, and of course, during the winter, you get off work and it's dark, so you can't take photos outside. I'm still trying to master the indoor photography where it just doesn't have like a sheen of light on it or a big shadow behind it or something.
For
That's
sure.
where it gets taking pictures outside is pretty easy. It's just where you're holding the phone to take the pictures, but the indoor photography is that takes some work to figure all that out.
Yeah. It's so now what I do is like indoor, like that. So say it's nighttime, there's no natural light right now. So I'll take the old lady's phone and I'll turn the light on and I'll hold. I, I could get a nice out of the contrast of her LED light on her
Mhm.
phone and the zoom of my phone. and I'll be like working two angles at the same time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what works this way and that way, man. I totally get into it. Even when I go to how many times do you go to a restaurant and snap a picture?
Yeah, a lot. A lot of times that's where you get, try to find. I do it mainly just to, have something I want to try to make later. Whether I ended up posting it or not, it might just be something good that I think I could, get close to how good it was at the restaurant. And that just kind of gives you some, inspiration for. But yeah, if you don't get a good photo, it's hard to try to remember what was in it or, recreate it.
Yeah. Um, I'm Leprechaun TV on Google reviews too, Google Map reviews. So when you're swinging through Ohio, yeah, you might read one of my reviews might pop up as a question. A lot of questions that I get over there is wheelchair accessible. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Where's the entrance to the driveway to the restaurant? Um, hey, and I don't hold back over there, man. 'Cause, hey, I'm gonna keep it real because I would want you to keep it real with me, right?
Yeah.
If I invite you over to my house and I make you a dish and it's nasty, I don't want you to keep eating it. I don't want you to choke that shit down. I want you to say, "Yeah, man, this is too salty. It's undercooked. It's overcooked." You know, be
Mhm.
real.
Yeah, there's a local guy in Little Rock that's kind of got a pretty big following. I think he started out doing like, kind of like you're saying, just honest little quick restaurant reviews, and now he's kind of turned that into doing some writing for some magazines, and he'll ask different questions during the week. Like what was the last food picture you took on your phone, or what did you have for dinner last night, and that kind of stuff. Another day, he asked, "What's the, why are we called? What's the difference between supper and dinner?" Well, in the South, there's not one. That's just it's breakfast, lunch, uh, or dinner is also called lunch, and then supper is like your evening meal. And that kind of went viral, and like I think the Today Show picked up on it, or some news outlet like that, and it turned into a pretty big deal. But that kind of reminded me, you saying about the food reviews. That kind of reminded me of that because I mean
Yeah,
he'll tell you, like this meal wasn't that good. They're off their game tonight or something like that. So
and it happens to the
yeah,
best of us. I mean, um, I can say, that picture was slamming, but the meal wasn't.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it looked good, but at the end of the day, I'll be honest with you. You know, dude, I took bratwurst, pesto bratwurst, Johnsonville,
hmm,
and I made some spaghetti noodles and threw some pesto and threw garlic. And I took noodles and wrapped it around and made it. These pictures turned out great. It was the weirdest thing, and there's strings hanging everywhere. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you had a spoon or a forkful of pasta with a bite. It was a hot dog.
hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'll
Hey,
make something some nights, and I'm just like, I don't know what happened, but it just didn't go right. You know?
yeah. I mean, um, that happens,
Yeah,
but that's because we're not Michelin 5-star chefs. We're backyard cooks. If something works, we're gonna share it with you. Um, if you could duplicate that, or how about add to it,
hmm,
subtract? I mean, that's the whole beauty about what we do. There is no one right recipe to me.
no,
Even old world, even in the old world, there's no. I That's just a recipe. I could take it where I want it.
yeah,
You know,
Well, it doesn't take much to change either the texture or the flavor profile from an existing recipe, and it's completely different. By just tweaking it a little bit.
and make it your own.
Hmm. Yeah, that reminded me of the. I don't know if you've seen the meme of John Daly on the golf course with Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is all dressed up, and then John Daly smoking a cigarette. I saw one that on the Tiger Woods that said, people that went to culinary school, and on the on John Daly it said, me pulling random crap out of my freezer and throwing it on the Blackstone.
I shared it too. I'm guilty.
That might have been the most accurate one I saw.
It was so awesome. Uh, yeah, man. Um, Speaks about me to the T.
Hmm.
To the T. I'm roughneck, man. I drink some beers. I smoke cigarettes. You know what I mean? Um, do I make good food? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That what I doesn't the passion for the food. Here's the thing: is I'll cook for 130 people, 150 people, 200 people, and not touch a lick of that food. I might try it to make sure something's right or wrong, but I'm not going to sit there and eat my own food until I see smiles
Yeah.
across everybody's faces.
Yeah, that's the best. I had a deal a couple of weeks ago where I cooked for about, I don't know, 40 or 50 people, some barbecue and smoked mac and cheese and stuff like that. And that's, trying to get it all, make it, get it set up, and then, keeping the trays full and all that. But that's like you're saying, that's the best compliment you can get is an empty plate, you know.
Hmm.
Uh,
For sure.
and not even you're not sitting there eating all of it. Like, you make sure it's not burnt or something's off on it, other than just testing it a little bit. But that's people coming up and telling you how good it was and all that. That's fun. That makes it fun. It makes it worth it.
For sure. Um, I want to put smiles across everybody's faces, but obviously sometimes you can't.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? That's just human nature. I'm not going to fight it. You know what I mean? But to me, a good question. One of my good family friends, David Fogg, comes up with is what is your least favorite thing to cook and your most favorite thing to cook?
Hmm. I'd say my least favorite thing, and I had it tonight, and I just can't nail it, is salmon. Whether you're in the oven, in a skillet, on the Blackstone. I don't know what it is. I can't. It's either too much or not enough on the cooking time, and it's different every time. I don't like cooking it. Uh, that's probably my least favorite thing. But I had a neighbor that went to Alaska, and he brought back, gave me some salmon, and so I wasn't going to tell him no, obviously, but it's just beautiful red color, fresh and all that. Man, I'd say probably my favorite thing. It's probably a tie between just a good smash burger and a pork butt. One of those two. Those are like my favorite things to cook. And I like my smash burger just the patty, American cheese, a little seasoning, and then a burger sauce in the bun, and that's it. I'll eat all kinds of different burgers, but just that, keeping it simple, tastes so much better than anything else.
So one of my things is after you have my smash burger, you won't you won't need a condiment. You won't need no toppings, nothing. It's straight up. But one of the burgers at my where I work is a Jones Bones burger. So it's a pulled pork sandwich with a patty. So it's pulled pork, sauce, burger patty, coleslaw, It is so awesome.
That does sound good.
Yeah.
Is that with the Carolina Gold sauce?
No, that's his sauce. He's a dark sauce, which ain't bad. It's
Yeah.
not bad. It is not bad at all. But it's a great sauce. And that's something I love smash burger.
Yeah.
Honestly, at one point I was going to make a burger challenge with just smash burgers.
Hmm.
He puts my, which is all of us Blackstoners greatest meal, smash burger.
That's
You
probably
know,
why everybody ends up with one. I'd say to begin with. I know that's why I got one. I was trying to make them in a skillet, and you don't have enough room to do more than two. And I was like, man, I got to have some more cooking surface here. And but that's why I got one.
uh, mine was so my uncle had the 36-inch, so I played with his before I bought mine, and that's what brought me back to my high school days when I actually worked on the griddle at which was uh, snaps back in the day. It's rallies or checkers.
Yeah.
Um, that's where I learned the burger game. You know, uh, I love me a smash burger. Love it.
And they're hard to beat. It's just getting that good salty bite that's got a little bit of that crust on the patty there, and that's the way to go.
Rack says he's on the dark side. Uh, Now, if you want to go back a few years, it was actually a dark side and it was actually a competition. There is no competition now. You got a flat top. You know what I mean? It's flat top grilling. Whether you have a cast iron and you throw it on your barbecue kettle, you know what I mean? Throw it on a kettle. There's all kinds of attachments. It's the same thing. Skillet on your stove. There's so many ways to cook a smash burger
Oh
or
yeah.
burger. So we're closing in on the hour, 7 minutes away here. This is your chance to take that and plug and plug and plug away. What do we expect from Bearded Chef Guy in the future? I know there's competitions and contests going on right now, but as a content creator, let us know what's going on, man.
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to get through this first round of the entries on the Great Griddle Off for the Golden Spatula. I've got try to knock a couple of those out this weekend, and then get the other two done by the end of next week, and then after that, wait on see if I make it. One of them gets picked, and then start plugging the voting process after that. One thing I'm going to try to get into a little more because I think that's just the way we were talking about algorithms earlier. Getting into reels, just finding the time to sit down and edit and then make that content with all that. So, I'm going to try to start doing some. I try not to cook the same thing a lot over and over unless you just put a different spin on it. Like burgers, for example. There's 1,000 different ways you can make a burger. So, want to
Yeah, this guy rubbed it in. We were in a competition 2018, 19, and him and I both cooked on the Blackstone the whole competition. I made it to third. He made it to first. He got the trophy. He rubs it in my face.
I mean, I don't feel bad for you because I'd probably do the same thing.
But here's the thing, man: is he's a barbecue channel. He does competition, whatever. But we cook for our family, and the Blackstone accommodates.
Mhm.
And we were up against so many other variables of competition in this competition, like so many other channels and like weird. There was one dude that cooked on a balcony. You know, we had one dude that was um, ASMR, you know, food review
Hmm.
channel. There was just all walks of life. You know.
Yeah, it's it's pretty versatile cooking tool there. Even, I mean, you were telling me you cooked a brisket on there. I mean, I've made, cooked biscuits on it, pasta, anything you can make. I mean, it's, there's, I don't think there's anything you can't do on it.
Right.
That's what makes it so neat following different people from different regions is, different cultures and what you grew up with or what you might be interested in. That it's just neat to see all that. And a lot of times it's like, man, I never thought about making that. And then, you know, without social media and having that common bond there of cooking outside on a certain piece of equipment, you might not ever get to experience that.
Right. Um, and here's the thing: is I know in your neck of the woods, my neck of the woods, we always preach that to even our neighbors, strangers. I'm meeting people all over the place, and one thing common ground is food.
Hmm. Yeah,
Food.
everybody's got to eat.
Right. It's a common denominator. Food. you know. So with that being said, follow my guest over on Instagram, bearded underscore chef underscore guy, and you guys will see some delicious foods and connect with them over on Facebook. Ben Adams, bearded chef guy. And with that being said, we're gonna close this out. Ben, anything else you got to
No,
say?
man, thanks for having me on. This was fun. I've never been interviewed on anybody's channel before, so I can mark this off my bucket list here. But this was a good time. I've enjoyed it. Interacting with everybody that came on. I appreciate y'all hopping on and listen to me ramble on about food and cooking and all that. So
Yeah, man, that's how it is over here at Leprechaun TV and the hot seat. I say we light a fire, but honestly, it ain't that hot, right?
no, it's just us
Nah.
sitting in the backyard talking to somebody.
All right, guys. I'm gonna catch you guys next week,
Everybody have
and
a good week.
yeah, great week to everybody. Blessed. Love you guys.